my projects today were just installing this faucet. It's actually pretty easy, so I wanted to talk through it. This is the faucet here, and when I put it in there, it has its own gasket already attached to this. And on the bottom side was a metal piece. So take a look at this here. You can see right here, the metal piece up there, it looks like a half moon. And anyway, we use this nut, big nut right there, that helps to tighten in that metal piece. And then what they had was this little tool that goes around it and allows you to tighten this down further. That's pretty handy. So anyway, right now we're putting on the handles. So I'll just go ahead and put these washers on here with the up and the up positions. So not a big surprise there. And then we'll go ahead and keep moving forward with the instructions. All right, so you can see we put these washers on here. We put silicone caulk underneath those. That's great for the bathroom. And then we put these valves in, look like this. They slide right on in like that, and they sit on top of that, that washer. The next thing goes underneath is this piece here, like underneath, and it gets screwed in to tighten it at some point. So we'll go and work on that next. You can see we took the mounting ring and we installed those screws, not all the way, just into it. Actually, I'm going to take this one out just a little bit, make sure it's not sticking out. Now they're good. Now what will happen is it will stick up in here, up on this side here. You can see this here. I'll just go up there and screw on. So we'll go ahead and do that. Okay, we got the screws tightened down on those after these what are they called? Mounting rings were connected. So the screws have been tightened down. We're gonna remove these sleeves here. Now that we've done that, we'll go ahead and attach this bracket piece right here. You can see this bracket piece that goes up in there. Okay, so now we gotta connect our waterway hose here that feeds the water into the spout with this thing here. And we'll just push this up until it clicks. There it goes, that's clicked. And these will fit on the handles up in here. Okay, so I find actually it's easier if these things go at this angle here and they come back around. That way they actually go at the right, it's actually the smaller side that goes up into it. And so this go up until they click just like that. Check their security, make sure they don't come out, so they're secure, and those are good to go. Okay, this part's kind of a pain in the butt, but we've got the, this piece is set in there, no problem there. We went ahead and siliconed all the way around it before we put it in, made sure it was clean. And then this piece sits in here. I always put this, this backside, this little hole, that will fit actually like this on this thing as this thing turns. This thing will go up and down like this. That's what moves it. And then this bar is connected to this hole right here. So what we're gonna do is this part's gonna go in like this with the end facing this rod that faces here. This will go in here like that. So straight in like that, so that goes. And then it'll sit there for now. We have this piece put in. And then on the inside, I'll show you. We've got, this piece is hooked up. It just screws up in there and tightens down. So that's fine. This piece screws into the upper flange, and then this piece tightens down to tighten all that. So anyway, this is the back side here of this. This is where this piece fits in, like this. And when it goes in, it should catch it and it should move it. You should be able to see how it moves it up and down. So there it goes, up and down. And if we try to actually pull out this stopper, it should be stuck because this thing is hanging into that hole. So that's in there, that's good. This will go back on top of this right here through this piece and hold on there. And then this is going to go into one of these holes here. We'll show you how that looks here in a second. All right, so we got this connected. This is really kind of a pain. I had to do some bending to try to get the fit there, which is probably wrong. But anyway, there's probably better ways to do it out there. But this is connected now. As it moves up and down, it moves this plug inside this system here. So now we just need to go to connect the water supply and the drain. Okay, it turns out I had an extra part, a couple extra parts. There's these mounting washers, and the instructions actually don't talk about installing those. They refer to them after they're installed. But I went back and double checked the instructions, and they're just not on there. So anyway, I went ahead and pulled apart this one here. Basically, and it wasn't too bad. You just basically push the click on this thing here, push that thing in, it pops out, and I'll put this one back up. I got ahead and put you can see the washer up in there with it. So it's back and secure, that's good. We're going to pull this one apart as well, and just push on that handle. It pulls right on out, so no problem there. And then we'll go ahead and remove that mounting nut or bracket, and then put that plate back on. A couple things to note. The instructions talked about actually changing the orientation of this to make sure they were closed, in the closed position is what I called it. And it looked like, from everything I could tell, it meant these flat sides were supposed to be perpendicular with the line of the faucet. So went ahead and did that. I found that usually that makes a difference if it says to do it, or if it has the orientation on there, it helps to do it. So that's been changed. Okay, these fit print on pretty easy. They just pop on like this, the angle that you want it to, and that's why the orientation mattered so much before. So we just screw it on like this, and that will tie it to this thing. Here we go. It's good. Okay, I think that'll be all right. We'll check that clearance here. If it's hitting this, that could be a problem. We'll see.